This might just be FC Barcelona's biggest concern for the next season. As we know from the rumors, it looks like FC Barcelona are targeting a goalkeeper, specifically Joan Garcia from Espanyol, and on top of that, a left winger. Whether it be Diaz, Rashford, or somebody else like Nico Williams or some other name, it looks like Barcelona, they're going to try to bolster their squad, Deco and Laporta, to at least get a left winger and a goalkeeper. But I feel like that there is still some hole. There is a department in our squad that still concerns me. I can't lie. I don't know if I'm overthinking this. While I got my reasons, guys, make sure to like up this video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Road to 1,000 subs. And also, make sure to get down below in the comment section down below. Do you agree or do you disagree with the points that I'm about to say? And I am going to include my reasoning for it. But guys, let's get straight into it, because we know that left wing goalkeeper, it seems like the position that Barcelona are going to target in this summer window. And to make this easy, let's just say we get a Rashford on a loan thing. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say Rashford, Lamine Yamal, and Rafinha are our three-man wingers, rotating the flanks. That is very solid. The winger department looks good for FC Barcelona if that happens. If we go to the midfield, right? Need I say less? Frankie de Jong, Pedri, Casado, very good seasons. Dani Olmo, Fermin, very solid. Gavi, a respectable season still, coming off of ACL. The midfield, and then you got Marc Bernal to add on top of it. The midfield is loaded, and we got numbers in the midfield. If we move on to center backs, we still got numbers. We got depth there. Christensen, can he stay healthy? But he's still a super solid player when he's starting. Araujo, I still believe there is a player in there. I know he makes mistakes, but I believe there's a player in there, right? Young Cabarci and Inigo were spectacular this year for the most part, right? And then Eric Garcia is a very useful player, utility player, can play right back, can play CDM, can play center back, right? And if we move on to fullback, I will say Gerard Martin, Hector Ford, I don't really trust them, but the starting fullbacks that Barca's got healthy, right? Alejandro Balde and Jules Koundé are very solid, top quality players. Both of these guys defensively, offensively are solid players, right? So in my opinion, that only leaves one hole. Obviously, goalkeeper, we're going to fix that, it looks like, this summer. And that leaves the striking situation. Hear me out, guys. You might say, Robert Lewandowski, he's coming off a 40-goal season. And you know what? Respect to Lewandowski, I did not, in my wildest thoughts, my wildest dreams, I did not expect Robert Lewandowski at his age to score over 40 goals for FC Barcelona, right? Ferran Torres, another player, had his best season at the football club. I did not expect that this season. And let's just start with Robert Lewandowski, because this guy, this season, Hansi Flick has absolutely changed Robert Lewandowski at Barcelona. A guy who was struggling under Xavi in that second season. Robert Lewandowski, there was a time this season in the first 3 months, he was scoring for fun. But I will say, he is turning 37 this August. The guy will be 37. And you know what? I know Robert Lewandowski. This guy, he brings his blanket and pillow. He lives in the gym. But you guys know the saying, Father Time is undefeated. And you know what? The young legs, one day it will go. And Robert Lewandowski, while I really hope, guys, I truly hope Robert Lewandowski can deliver for the football club, that is a concern. A number 9 that is 37, that probably will be starting for at least the first half of the season, right? That is concerning. Hansi Flick, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Pedri, Dani Olmo, whoever comes in, we got to help this guy score goals. We have to make chance after chance. But even then, there was times this season where he struggled, and the FC Barcelona fans were questioning his future. The highs of Robert Lewandowski are very high, but the lows, guys, if we're being real, are pretty low too. Because if you guys remember the November-December period, man, he was looking like a guy that was old, and I feel like Hansi Flick and even Robert Lewandowski himself, he just got to have one more year of being professional, staying fit, staying committed. But still, even then, one day, the young legs just leave. The spring, Father Time is undefeated. And I hope Robert Lewandowski, guys, I'm a Barca fan. I hope this guy, he's a legend for the football club, if we're being real. Came in at a tough period. He is a legend. But listen, our season, once again, depends if Robert Lewandowski can hold up. And the next player that I feel like Barcelona fans don't realize is going to be very important if this does happen will be Ferran Torres. Because if Lewandowski does drop off, if he has tough moments, rough moments where it looks like he's a bit slow, a bit fatigued, a bit tired, which is absolutely fine. Ferran Torres, the Shark, right? It's been Shark season all season long. This was Ferran Torres' best season at the football club that I can remember. I remember he came in mid-season, had a very good 6 months. But listen, as a season, from start to finish, this was Ferran Torres' best season at the football club. In my opinion, I think that Ferran Torres, if Lewandowski is not good, right? If he's starting Ferran, he's got to deliver. This season, amazing, right? Off the bench, this guy was the definition of a super sub. But Ferran, I just question Ferran in the big games. With Robert Lewandowski, I don't really question the big games. Ferran Torres, yes, the first leg against Inter, he bagged. But the second leg, he was one of the players that, I was looking and I'm like, man, you could have offered a lot more. I remember the first leg against Atleti. While he was amazingly clutch, don't get me wrong, in the Copa del Rey final, there was moments that Ferran Torres, I feel like, definitely could have done better, right? And listen, at the end of the day, we still got Hansi Flick. So the thing is, Hansi Flick, what does he do? He gets attackers playing the best football of their lives. Hansi Flick teams score goals, and the attackers, they usually flourish. But what I will say is that, man, Robert Lewandowski, a 37-year-old Robert Lewandowski, and Ferran Torres, who's never been the main man at Barcelona, really, right? It's just questionable. Can he handle the moment? And can Robert Lewandowski stay fit? Listen, guys, am I overthinking? Let me know. But I feel like that come this time next year, the way that we're speaking about Joan Garcia and the Barca fans wanting a goalkeeper, I feel like we're going to be saying that about a striker. I think that it's going to be the striker situation come next time this year in the summer, right? But guys, let me know down below, do you disagree with me? Do you trust Robert Lewandowski to deliver again? I'm saying 37, but still, hey, aging like fine wine. But also, Ferran, what are you guys saying about the Shark? Do you think it could be Shark season next year? Guys, let me know down below in the comment section. Guys, also smash the likes, subscribe to the channel. We will be live some more in the coming days, and I will see you on the next one. Peace, Visca Barca.